Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. On today's video, I'm gonna be sharing interview questions and answers that has helped me and are still helping me on my career path. If you are new here, my name is Cebisa and I do educational and lifestyle content to all my returning service. Hello my darlings, I hope you are doing well. This video will be a part one of these interview questions and answers, and today's ones will be separated in three parts. The first part will be how do you monitor projects, cost, time and quality, and the next question will be how do you develop a project plan from scoping to completion, and the last one will be how do you effectively report on projects. Let's get into it. So the first question says, how do you monitor projects and control cost, time, and quality within projects? So what you do, you make certain that control measures for cost, time, and quality are in place. How do you do that? In terms of cost, you will ensure that, for example, some companies, you will have SAP system that you check your cash flows. Some companies use TX Planner where you check your cash flows, your commitments, and the budget that is remaining for that. So you have to ensure those things are in place so that you know what budget you are being given for your project. You know what is the cash flows for the month, so that you can know as well how much is the budget remaining for that year, checking as well your commitments. In terms of your time, for my projects, I use MS projects. So which means I will check the timelines. What is it that I still need to do? What is it that has been completed? So I will regularly update my project schedule. Then in terms of quality, you have to ensure that you have your quality control plan in place. So those documents, then you will ask your quality inspector to prepare, and then you have it available on your project file, so that whatever that is done, for example, in your area of work, in your sites, you have a quality control plan in place. The other thing that you do in order to manage your cost, time and quality is to conduct regular site meetings if you have sites, or you conduct regular meetings with your team, so that you ensure that you are in the same place, you have the same understanding, and you understand that the progress of the project is aligned to the cost that has been incurred, and on top of that, it's done within quality. The next one that you need to do is to critically monitor project milestones and progress. You do that using your project schedule, checking your milestones whenever you reach your milestones, and then how is the progress of your project. The other one is to apply quantity surveying measures on site. So when we apply quantity surveying measures on site, it's when we'll invite, for example, quantity surveyors to measure whatever that the contractor has claimed, is it as per what it has been claimed, before we can process any claims for the project. And the next one is to issuing off-site instructions. A site instruction, it's been issued by the project manager assigned for that project. So which means you will issue a site instruction in writing, so that whatever that is happening on site, it doesn't delay your projects. Sometimes when you're doing project, for example, you will plan that, okay, we're doing civils, but now maybe there's a a stumbling block within your project that you need to give instruction. It's something that was not in your scope of work, in the scope of work for the contractor, then you want to issue an instruction so that thing can be done on the project and not delay. And then the other thing that you do, ensure that you approve progress payments on your project, so that whatever work that has been completed, you pay, so that you don't wait, you don't hold all the payments until the end. Then by the time you reach at the end, maybe you are short of budget, but when you're doing progress payments, you will know that, okay, I might be short of budget. Then you know you can apply for an extra budget. So applying that will help you to manage your projects properly. The other thing that you have to make sure is make certain that claims that are submitted by contractors, by the consultants, are checked before any claim is progressed, any claim is paid, so that you understand whatever that is being claimed for is exactly what has happened. So now let's move to the next question. The next question says, how do you develop a project plan from scoping to completion? So you do that by confirming if project activities are scheduled. So which means you ensure that on your project schedule, all the activities are there. You do not miss anything. You can, what you do as a project manager or as a person assigned for that work, you involve all the stakeholders. You stipulate what activities are required for the particular work or for the project, so that you ensure that all of them are scheduled. The other thing that you do, you ensure that costing all activities in line with the WBS, that is your work breakdown structure. So all activities must be cost in line with the work breakdown structure. Okay, and then confirming milestones with all the stakeholders and your customers. So as you progress in the project, you need to confirm with your stakeholders and the customers, so that you are aligned and so that everything can progress smoothly. The next one is to ensure that implementing design freeze and project baseline. Design freeze, it's when now you no longer allow anything to be changed or on a project. So some things can be changed to a certain level of the project. For example, we can, from scoping until we have concept, then before then we conclude our detailed design, you can implement your design freeze, so that going forward on an execution, you do not allow now any changes. As well as a project baseline, it's done when the project is in initiation. Then you have planned everything, that is what was initially planned. Then you will always have that project baseline, even though now you will have your monthly progress schedule that is updated, because now things maybe have changed and things are progressing in a different way that has planned, but at least you will have that project baseline that was when the project was initiated. The other thing that you need to do on this question and also answer is that comply with the material requirement plan system, which is your long lead times items, where now you need to comply as to what is it that you require for the specific time. And whenever you receive those things, you stipulate as in on your project schedule that when are you expecting to receive those long lead items. You also confirm that all excess materials are returned to site. So now you need to show that you have an understanding that whatever material that you have purchased or you have received, they're not just going to be left within your place of work, for example, on the substation, but they need to be returned to store so that they can be recorded as an excess material that you have available for the company, so that the next project can be able to utilize those excess material. And now let's go to the third question. The third question says, how do you effectively report on projects? So they will want to know now that are you able to report in your place of work? What kind of report are you doing? So the first answer is that is to ensure that an effective communication plan is in place. So you do that, for example, you will communicate with your clients or with the customers or with the relevant stakeholders that you will make use, for example, of your emails to communicate any progress. You will make use of phone call to report to them as to the progress of the project or of the work. So you ensure that a communication plan is in place. You know what you use at your workplace. What is it that you use to communicate with your clients? So you ensure that that is in place. You also say that you provide terms feedback to management and the clients. So in terms feedback, you will then determine as to, are you gonna report weekly? Are you gonna report monthly? Then that one you need to state as well. And then the other one is issuing of meeting minutes with action plans. So when you issue meeting minutes, which means even people that were not in the meeting, they will be able to understand what was discussed in that particular meeting. And action plans, then it helps so that you know who was given an action and when is it required to be delivered. The other thing that then you may do is to compile your weekly or monthly reports and submit to all your stakeholders. So your reports will state the status of your project, will state the status of the work that you are doing, and then you will issue weekly or you do it monthly. That will be communicated as well to your stakeholders. And then the last thing that you have to do on this question or answer is that you will conduct the project closeout reviews. In project closeout reviews now, it's when you sit as stakeholders, you come together when the project has been closed, and you get the reviews as to what is it that you can do better, what is it that went wrong, what is it that went right. And that's when then you'll also draw your lessons learned from that close out a review session. So those are the answers that you can give on this question. So this is going to be our part 1 of the interview questions and answers, and then I will do the next ones then on the following weeks. So thank you for watching. If you're not a subscriber yet, please do subscribe and switch on your notification bell. And don't forget, if you like this video and it's gonna help you, give it a thumbs up, like it, and don't forget to share it with your family or friends. If I found your friend asking me about these things and you have not shared with her or him, that will be a problem. Please do share the knowledge. I'm doing this so that we can help those that I need. So yeah, let's develop each other. Until next time, stay blessed. Goodbye.